Well, hey, folks, welcome on into another episode of the Rogue Resistance program. We are here tonight on a beautiful Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. Oh, God, we have a lot to deal with coming in. We have a whole lot of stuff, shenanigans with the Rittenhouse trial. We have We have Bannon that is probably getting ready to drop some seismic bombs after, he got indicted and arrested. And then, of course, ETEPS brought us a story of some dude from Marvel putting his head 5 miles up his ass, calling for violence. And it's just one thing after the other, man. This is a big, big, big news day, and we are going to get to all of it. First off, I'm going to introduce my friends on the panel here, um, and also say hello to the chat. So let's introduce our panel. Of course, we've got the awesome Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. What up there, T?
What's going on, Drew? Just real quick, though, I want to say we should probably name this episode Slamming Dicks in the Car Doors.
It is like it do be like that sometimes, doesn't it? Oh
Yeah,
man.
it does.
ETEP, the People's Champ, is in the house. What's going on there, sir?
Oh, I spent way too much time on Twitter and working on a video about Kathleen Kennedy today. So yeah, it's that's about all I could do because I'm home. I can't go to work, so I'm homesick. So yeah, I had to spend the day on Twitter and working on a Kathleen Kennedy video. But I'm happy to be here because I'm ready to rant. So
we're gonna have to get into your sources about that Kathleen Kennedy.
My sources on Lucasfilm say she'll be fired tomorrow morning despite a 3-year contract extension. Send me those super chats. I'll read them in 6 months.
Ooh, who is that supposed to be?
It is Doom Temp.
There's some guy named Kundak. Kundak.
Yeah. I want to say what's up to one of the guys that we know that we love around the community or fellowship, whatever you want to call it. That is Man the Malevolent, the snarkiest man alive.
Who?
But he's here with us tonight, and all kidding aside, Mad has really, really, really been paying a lot of attention to the Rittenhouse stuff, and I'm sure that we're going to get some great insight from him on that tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. Janet says the jury is back in right now. Oh, that's good. Brightest Day is in the house. What is up, Zach?
My co-host. How are you guys doing tonight?
My co-host on Thursdays of the Pegasus Actual Podcast.
Yeah, but that's Thursday. Tonight's Tuesday. It's Rogue Resistance. Gotta talk real. Not that I'm not looking forward to Thursday again, because it's my thing. Yeah, can't tell.
Yeah, and he is Mr. Battlestar.
No verdict. The jury's to retire for the evening. Come back tomorrow morning.
Is that what they said, man?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, because they said they were going to pull them if they were going to come back tomorrow, and oh boy, that's not going to be good. So, guess what? That means it's going to be a riot party tonight.
Oh
folks.
yeah, it's going to be I hope it's not, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some reenactments from the Summer of Love last year.
Oh, it will 100%. And we'll get into that here in a second, but let's catch up on the chat. Of course, Lopter was in first. He said, guess who's back again. Lopta's back. Tell a friend. What's up, Nelson the gentleman? How are you, sir? Good to see you, Nelson. Thank you for always being so supportive and supporting the program, supporting the channel. You are indeed a good dude. Hashtag Dick's Division. Love you, buddy. And also, one of the guys I've become fast friends with, and that is Free Speech Gaming. What is up, my dude? Great to see you, Freeze. Keely Chow. Great to see you, my friend. I'm glad that you could make it in this evening. Chris Fisk is in the house. Great to see you, Chris. Steven Saucedo. And Steven, thank you so much for blessing my timeline with the absolute best in gorgeous women. It was like this guy puts out grade A quality tweets. I want to say hello to a friend that I met on Twitter Spaces. My friend Canada Plus had a very, very good discussion with her. Actually, going to in the future have a good sit-down interview with her. She's got some really, really explosive insights into some things dealing with the pandemic. Things that she's seen as she was working law enforcement in Canada, and also on the other side of it, on the medical side. So you guys are not going to want to miss that. I am definitely going to have her on a future episode. So we are going to get into all of that, and we are going to do a sit-down interview, which I will then publish on my channel. Janet from Another Planet's in the house. Hail, sweetheart. Great to see you.
I'm kind of curious though, Drew. Did you warn her about your side co-host that sometimes pops up
Who, you?
and interrupts you? No,
Who, you?
monster.
Oh, man.
He's talking about your penis, Drew.
Oh, God.
Yeah, thanks, man. I don't think he was catching on.
I wanted to make sure.
Oh, God. You guys are... These new viewers that we got coming in, God, we're going to wind up, like, completely corrupting them. And so we'll have to...
they're going to catch on sooner or later.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Yep.
They will. Oh, man. So, Ruben Christopher Haynes is here. Great to see you, Ruben.
Hey, man.
Again, appreciate all your support for the channel and for all of us here in Rogue Entertainment. I mean, you are a good dude, and we do appreciate you. Low Spec Linux Laptop, what is up, my friend? We've got Soul Assassin, our boy Soul. What's up? Great to see you in the house, sir. And of course, the Time Prophet's here. He's chilling in the chat, and we've got Zax, formerly known as Zax7, is in the house. So thank you so much, folks, for being here. And well, the elephant in the room, obviously, is the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Mad just gave you that news that they are going to take a break until tomorrow. I am not surprised by this because it was pretty much foretold over the past hour or two, and I will take you to Exhibit A, which is Jack Posobiec putting out good tweets as per usual. And let me go ahead and pull up this tweet thread. I almost said treat thread. I'm like, I got food on the brain tonight.
We can think of a Scooby snack.
Yeah.
Raggy.
Ruh-roh.
Zoinks!
My voice is still fucked. I
See,
can't
you
do it.
say that this is the elephant in the room, but we all know the elephant in the room is Krause.
No, well, yeah, that goes without
Holy
saying.
shit! Is he like? We're watching it last night. My wife and I are like, that dude got his ass beat in school like daily. Like that's why he became a prosecutor. Like this dude got his ass beat. He couldn't. Yeah, I'm just like he was one of those people who was like, come on, guy, and just he was getting smacked around like.
There wasn't a school locker door that he didn't like.
No,
They couldn't stop him in a locker.
That
man.
Littlefinger.
That dude.
No, the other one.
The assistant DA, yeah.
Yeah, he's big as two houses, man. That guy.
Yeah, old wide ride there, the assistant DA.
Sometimes you're gonna get beat up.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just got to take it.
That's experience talking.
Yep.
And then
He's like
Littlefinger.
Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin went to being a lawyer instead of being a crime overlord.
Hail to Parrot Head, of course. Hail to another monster. Great to see you. Hail, Comrade Rip Korean the Base. And also hail to Sherry. Now, our special guest for the evening is backstage. I'm bringing a good friend of mine, Summer Elliott. She's actually a professional makeup artist in her main career. But I'll tell you what, she's pretty darn good at knowing her politics. And we'll bring her on to the stream now. Hey, Summer, how are you? Good to see you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so we were just talking about the Rittenhouse trial. I'm going to pull up these tweets, of course, that Jack made. So let me go ahead and do that.
Make sure to pull up the right one this time, Drew.
Yeah, I know. You guys always everybody likes to give me a hard time because because I boomer stuff regularly. I know because I hit the wrong button sometimes. So this was about back at about 5:23 p.m. as I was putting together the show and whatnot. 2 jurors holding decision up, outright citing backlash per U.S. Marshal in Kenosha. And then Jack adds more, worried about media leaking their names, what will happen to families, jobs, etc., including doxing threats from anarchist groups. And then Millie Weaver gives a great response. She said, if that's the case, it's probably going to be a mistrial.
Can I just jump in real quick because
ahead,
I find this to be absurd for a couple of reasons, right? Not saying it's not possible. Anything's possible. However, you're talking about a state courthouse, a state case. Even if U.S. Marshals were there to provide additional security, right? They would not be in the room with the jury to even be able to hear any of this. All of that is everything coming out of that jury room is through paper and is given to the bailiff, and the bailiff gives it to the judge. That's the only communication out of that room to anywhere else. Let's say that there are U.S. Marshals there, and let's say that they are in the room with the jury. There would only be at max maybe 2, which means if this gets leaked, it would be very easy to track down who did it. So why would they risk their career to get this information out there in a place where they wouldn't be? And again, by the way, no federal agency is going to put themselves out there to be involved in this situation. They're going to leave it to the state because there's a lot of eyes on it. You don't want anything to do with it. You don't want it to stay as far away as possible. So unless they specifically ask them to come to provide additional security, which they're not security guards, you know what I mean? Like that's not in their job description. They're not going to be there. I don't know. I don't know. The likelihood of this is so minuscule.
Well, let me go down the panel, and then as soon as we get Tommy, Etep, and Zach takes real quick, I'm going to go to Summer. But Tommy, what's your take on it?
You know, I think Soul Assassin said it best that they're looking for a riot. Really, this is what it seems like to me. And whether or not that actually includes just threatening people and scaring them to death, saying that we're threatening with a riot, or whether they're actually hoping that it's a mistrial, or they're hoping he gets off so they can riot, that's what it seems to be leading towards, in my opinion. Because everything they've done up until this point, it doesn't really seem like the prosecution is actually trying to win. It just seems like they're in there virtue signaling the whole time from everything that I've caught on it. So.
All right, Etep.
I think the other side of this is the people that are, that want to see Kyle Rittenhouse go to prison for defending himself, using his constitutional rights, and that cry about state lines are the same people that say borders are racist. So why are you worried about borders now when you weren't worried about them when there's hundreds of thousands of immigrants pouring over the goddamn southern border? But no, that's not the issue here, is it? That's not the issue. Not my state lines and not my big scary black rifle, which is, not really that scary if you're at all trained with it, unlike the prosecuting attorney Littlefinger, who decides to, you know, point a fucking rifle at the jury with his finger on the trigger, lacking trigger discipline, common sense, and basic gun fucking knowledge that my 6-year-old knows because I taught him that.
Did somebody call for a gun safety guy on the show?
I was waiting. I was like, is Littlefinger going to go Baldwin on the jury because he knows he's not going to win this case? You know, him and assistant district attorney Stay Puft Marshmallow Man have continuously made themselves look like bumbling idiots and have done nothing. But the closing arguments yesterday were a fucking joke on the part of the prosecution.
Oh, they absolutely got eviscerated, 100%. Zach, your take, and then I want to get to Summer.
What bothers me most about this is that when you hear arguments on Twitter, it's always the same things that have been disproven in the trial time and time again. It's like that they haven't watched any of the trial, B, that they don't feel like they need to watch any of the trial, and they're just going to continue to spout these lies regardless of what the outcome of the trial actually is. Even after the trial, I guarantee there will be people spitting the same bull all the time, and it will just never stop.
All right, Summer, your take on it.
I'm just curious if any of these people saw what they considered a peaceful protest last year there, because that was far from peaceful. And, you know, it's really sad that it's come to a point in our society where protecting what you have worked for and helping other people protect what they have been working for is now a crime. And I'm sorry, that kid did us a favor. He got rid of 2 thugs in 1 shot. And I don't understand, you know, again, you just said it. People that are not watching this trial from start to finish have absolutely no idea what they're really talking about. So I'm kind of glad he took out a pedophile. I think he should be considered a hero, but that's just my humble opinion.
I think there's something else actually to be built on there. Like, everybody's so focused on why Rittenhouse had that gun and he shouldn't have had that gun, but nobody in the mainstream media seems to care that a criminal had a handgun on the street. Nobody cares about that.
He's a felon. He's not allowed to possess a firearm whatsoever. And like Summer said, he killed a pedophile and a domestic abuser. 2 bigger piles of shit that could not be better candidates to leave the earth early. And the one of them, the bald one, Rosenbaum was a freaking racist. Did you hear him? Shoot me, N-word. Shoot me, N-word at the other armed guy. They got him on video. And it's like, so what we had here in Kenosha was we had white BLM supporters burning down black-owned businesses being protected by white people, and then the white people who were protecting the businesses owned by black people were called racist for shooting pedophiles, domestic abusers, and these criminals. What is this? Is this the Twilight Zone? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Am I being punked? Because this is it's pathetic.
I keep saying it. We're living reality by gaslight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is absolutely.
Wow, that is
I mean, what did he do? He tipped over a potty with no one in it. He
lit a small fire inside a big trash can.
A dumpster in the middle of the road. I mean,
say something in regard to this. Do you guys remember not too long ago when that Uber driver was basically on video killed? I mean, you saw the whole thing. The car was hijacked. It was 2 girls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, that was
disgusting.
disgusting.
Was on video. Nothing happened to them. I live in Texas, and not even 2 months ago, like a month and a half ago, a 17-year-old took a pistol into a high school, shot 4 people, and was let out of jail the very next day. This is absolutely bullshit. And anybody thinks that this is about, you know, protecting private or protecting anything is absolutely bullshit. This is all about riot season. It's been a long time, and they need to get going again. And
that's the other. Go ahead.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Well, I want to highlight this great comment by one of our viewers here, and this is from Chris Fisk. He says, and this goes along with what you just said, Summer. These riots are all state sponsored. The CCP recruits lowlifes as enforcers to enact their brutality with plausible deniability. Look up Dongbei Mafia. This circus is old hat.
Yep.
What a
Useful
comment.
idiots is what
Yep.
they are.
Yes, what a comment. To address you, Mad, Comrade Rick Korean the Base says, at Man the Magnificent, thin walls and jurors raising their voices. I trust U.S. Marshals better than FBI or whoever. Marshals were brought in due to threats. Usually U.S. Marshals are only in federal court.
I would, and like I just responded to him, I would have to see something saying that they were brought in. I just don't buy it. I just don't believe that they would involve themselves in this unless specifically, there had to be actual reason for it. Maybe the threats could bring them in. Even then, though, now we're saying that these U.S. Marshals, right, are hearing this through a thin wall and then decide to risk their career by DMing somebody in the media to leak that information. That is a very. You're going to need more than just this one guy saying it for me to ever take it serious, because it goes so far beyond the norm for me and my understanding of, and I have spent time in federal courthouses as well as state courthouses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I totally get it, man, because you're former law enforcement. You were there at a number of these things, because I'm sure at some point in time that you had to interact at one of those venues for
both of them,
jury
yes.
trials. Yeah. CGH says Supreme Heretic, it's all part of the plan because they want to make pedos part of the alphabet. People in the beer pug suddenly started where people were looking into Hollywood creeps.
Amen.
You're not wrong about that, CJ.
Nope.
Well, you know what? Here's one thing I'm going to say, though. I'm actually surprised that the Democrats didn't try a little bit harder with the people they were putting on this Rittenhouse trial, because they want to make conservatives or anybody who's conservative leaning look fucking horrible. And they wanted to actually use this as an example. So when they push ahead with their freaking 6 trials, they can make it look even worse for them. Because, all right, we already got some conservatives here. Let's get some more of them for the January 6th shit.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that that's where they were going at first, and then they put somebody who was completely inept, which the left more than often does because they're just idiots. And then now it's falling apart, so they're going to go back to the tried and true method, which they used all last fucking summer, and that's fucking go back to rioting.
Yep.
Our friend Keely Chow says, Summer, where in Texas do you live? I currently live in Houston, Bel Air, to be exact. Nice.
Do not tell that man.
I'm not close to Houston. I'm outside of Dallas.
Oh, nice. Hail to our friend Tina Bojan. Welcome. Great to see you, Tina. Thank you for modding, and thank you for supporting the channel and looking out for us, because you're pretty awesome, Tina. I appreciate you. Solus Acid says, thin walls and leaking the info really does sound unlikely. I agree with Mad. No Marshal is going to risk their career for this. It's a slippery slope. But we do need media on our side to kind of counterbalance the shit, which I do trust Jack's reporting. And it's not just because I know him personally. I feel like, he's pretty on the level when it comes to reporting. But I know ETEP was sharing this meme. Oh gosh,
this is the fucking truth, though. It's a meme, but it's the truth. And this is how they think. Yeah, seriously, I just, because they're the ones that want to normalize this bullshit. You don't see. I'm a fucking libertarian. You don't see any. You don't see us go. They deserve. No, they don't deserve a second chance. They deserve to be old Yellard out back the fucking woodshed. If they're as a parent, I find in this Rosenbaum, and is somebody with fuck that guy. He's garbage. He was a trash human being, and he like the Joker said, you get what you fucking deserve. And he got exactly
I
what he
totally
deserved.
agree, comrade.
He did.
You take him into the gulag, one shot in the back of the head, it's done.
It's fucking, it's pathetic. These you can't. They try to defend, like I said, it's like George Floyd. All right, what all started this shit? You take St. Floyd of fentanyl, this piece of shit who held a fucking
Saint
handgun.
Floyd of fentanyl.
Saint Floyd of fentanyl. Yep, I made many of them memes, man. Fuck that guy. And fuck anybody that tried to make him. Oh,
God.
he was such a good. He was a piece of shit criminal. He held if you hold a gun to the stomach of a pregnant woman and expect me to, oh, you poor. No. And Derek Chauvin was a piece of shit for what he did to him too. He was a piece of shit too. Fuck Derek Chauvin and them other idiot cops that were there too. I'm sorry, you sat by and let him do that. Fuck them.
Do you see this picture they're circulating now of Rosenbaum holding this baby? It's like, oh, he was a good stepfather. He had kids. Like,
yeah.
no, he
Oh,
wasn't.
God, they
Like
spin
literally the
narrative
opposite
with
of the
that
truth.
picture, Yes.
No,
Oh,
I'll
God.
wrap my point up. But what I'm saying is they try to make these pieces of shit, these subhuman garbage into these, like, I don't know. It's like I said, Saint Floyd of fentanyl, like the patron saint of social justice and racial equality. It's like, this man was garbage. Everything about him was trash. What was redeeming about him? Nothing. He OD'd. And now you have to burn cities down to get my justice because a criminal got killed by another piece of shit. You know what? You had your trial. Dude is going. Chauvin's gone. He's going to prison. He's done. That's it.
I want to ask Summer about this comment from our viewer Tony, comrade with Korean the base. Now, Summer, you probably heard about this because this was a few days ago. The judge himself stated he received threats. It was George Floyd's cousin. It was part of the group filming the jurors. Both defense and prosecution have received threats. And it could buy U.S. Marshals coming from the federal court to help them. And I get that. But man, all of this trial manipulation, this seems like to me, this is a running Soros op.
Mm-hmm.
They're going and destabilizing every single measurable institution that we have. Go ahead, Summer. You got the floor.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole George Floyd thing, I mean, just think about it. How many people have died and never get anything? And then all of a sudden, like this one guy, and I get it. What happened was not good. I mean, the whole situation was shitty. But once again, the media picks and chooses. And what I found interesting is a lot of people didn't even know that the two thugs that basically, were killed when Kyle was defending himself were white.
Yep.
Because when is, especially like BLM, when has anybody ever rioted for white people? I mean,
Occupy Wall Street.
Anyway,
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, there's such a misconception because the media has put so much on Black Lives Matter, which they absolutely do. But again, I just don't understand it. And I just thought that was funny. A lot of people really thought that he killed two Black people and not white criminals. And
There's still
a gun. How a guy with a record like that. I mean, no one's talking about that.
Yeah, there's still stupids out there that think somehow Black people got killed in this, which is amazing to me. All right, guys, we're going to get an alternate point of view here because small time, and I just saw his comment. He says, "Hail all, unpopular take. The kid acted in self-defense, but if he were older, he would have thought twice and not have been there." That might be a fair point.
I disagree for reasons that I'm going to state right now. He was on his track to become, either a police officer or a fireman or some kind of, EMT or some kind of first responder in that area. If he were older, odds are he would have been there first.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, I'm interested in your take on this, brother. Because you're law enforcement.
Yeah, I'm good. Like I wouldn't like that's why we have police. The police aren't doing the job, then that's something that the city needs to take care of, or the people who are voting these people in. I'm not going to be out there.
Right.
No.
Well, that's the thing. Didn't they told the police to stand down. They told the police to stand down, and the National Guard, the Democrat governor last year, he turned down the National Guard. when they were gonna, hey, what's up, Tony? There's my co-host Tony.
Well-
I'll be over
well-
there. I'll be over in the Clown World Review in about a half hour talking
Well,
wrestling.
guys, it sounds like they need to bring that up the next election, huh?
Tony
Yes.
dropped Clown World dropped a great point right here, and this goes right along with Summer just said. BLM showed up to protest the police shooting last year, found out victims were white, and left. I mean, that says all that needs to be said.
Well, this is how I look at it. These are the kind of people we're working with on this. These are the same people that if Donald J. Trump would have mandated this vaccine or told you that if you didn't get this vaccine or your kids didn't get this vaccine, you would lose your home, lose your job, lose everything.
Yep.
If that was the case, we would literally be burning from city to city to city because they would have had a fit. But because it's Joe Biden, because it's, their party or whatever, then everything is okay. And that is how you have to rationalize this. That, I mean, it's rules for thee, not for me. And it's just insane.
Go to bed.
Aw. That was so cute. This is like-
And that's the one thing about
Say
this.
good night.
That's
Say
the
good
one
night.
that's the one thing about the Biden administration. Everything has been
Night.
deflection.
Good night.
Wait, Dad,
Night, baby.
who's new here?
Just go to bed. Go to bed. That's Summer. That's Summer.
Uh-oh.
You say hi.
Hi, Summer.
Hi,
Aw.
Dad. You're a cutie. What's your name?
Dad, I'm gonna say Little Booster.
Go ahead.
It's
You're-
me, Little Booster. Get your candles at DrJob.com.
Yeah.
He's doing the Fauci impression because Vinny's not here tonight.
It's me,
You're
Fauci.
wrong, E-Tip. You're wrong.
Oh,
No.
But
man.
get your candles at DrJob.com. Let's get them now.
All right.
All right.
Night.
Good
Bye.
night,
Get
guys.
your candles at DrJob.com.
Yeah,
It's me,
okay.
Little Booster.
Okay.
E-Tech,
Your-
you're just going to
your
be walking
kid-
down the
your
street.
kid
That
is-
kid's just
your
going to start
kid
belting that
I
out.
love it.
Yeah, he's a born comedian.
Oh.
My God.
I like the message that kid's saying. He's okay in my book.
Get your booster.
Little booster. He's like I said, next year when we start the FatherSon Channel, he's gonna pick up 1,000 subs and he'll be like, Dad, just edit the videos for me. Just edit the videos.
Probably.
My channel will be at like 850 because I'm at like 841 now, and we'll be at 1,000 over there, and he'll be like, no, you're not. I need you to move out of frame. Just over there.
No,
Okay, behind the
people-
camera, perfect.
People love little Trey. Free speech is just like absolutely like falling off his chair on that. Yeah, it just I am so upset. And here's my take, you guys. I'm just so upset about the fact that they allow the media to manipulate and gaslight this trial. It just that has no place in our trial process. That is what so bothers me. And because we're in the digital age, back when they had trials 30, 40 years ago, we had newspaper coverage, but you were still able to insulate the process to not be influenced by the widespread newspaper coverage and things of that nature. Okay, it was in the newspapers and on television, but you could still insulate from that. This is completely different. You have active manipulation going on, and active tampering. Okay, because this is tampering by the media. This is also tampering by activist organizations, which, by the way, and I made this point this morning on the Twitter space. I said a lot of these people may not riot in the streets, but they are paid agitators via Twitter specifically, and also on Facebook. So they 100% are still on the payroll of people like Soros, but they're in their little lane online. And then you have the wing that is out on the streets stirring up trouble and, creating trouble there. But the media is complicit in this because it's almost like they're working in concert. And, after the things that I saw when I was in the Capitol on the 6th, I am not fully convinced that Antifa does not coordinate ops with the FBI. I am not convinced that they are not working together.
Well, look at the FBI targeting parents as domestic terrorists. You saw that? You saw that doc? That whistleblower thing.
Did you? Yeah. Did you see? You guys. If somebody wants to share that, by the way, share screen on that, because I dropped that in the chat earlier. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy to me as well, and we can get into that topic, ETEP, if you want to go ahead and get into that. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy that that the process can be gaslit like this. And I don't know if I'm off base by saying that, but I think I'm right over the target when it comes to that. That's 100% a combination of media and paid agitators, and also our own 3-letter agencies. And I feel like this process is being compromised intentionally in order to erode it away completely and also take our rights with it. I don't know. Summer, do you think I'm right about that?
Yes, I think it's all planned. It's all part of a plan. And 100%. And I think that if we were to know like the full truth, I think it would be devastating to a lot of people, because I think this has been going on for a while. And I'll tell you this, my ex-husband, he's actually Border Patrol now in California, but he was Capitol Police for K-9 for like 4 years. And on January 6th, I called him and I asked him, I was like, okay, like what's going on here? And he said, that is 100% Nancy Pelosi. Like, she's the one that is in charge of Capitol Police. She instructs people. I mean, you'll never be able to convince me that Antifa and our own government aren't the same thing.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree, because it seems an awful lot to me.
Well, how do you get away with everything? I mean, think about Oregon. Think about Washington. Think about like, what they've done in LA. Think about all of these things. We have literally like patriots who go to the Capitol and look at what happened. But if it's Antifa burning down cities, killing people, I mean, we have all these videos, but they don't exist. Like, that's my favorite thing, is when my liberal friends say, "Oh, Antifa is just an idea." No, it's not. Antifa is out there actually burning down shit all the time, and nothing happens to that, because they're a part of our government.
When I'm from Michigan, and you're talking about Antifa and them being in bed with the feds. Look at the plot to kidnap our wonderful Wicked Witch of the West, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, or Governor Witless, as we like to call her. 12 out of the 15 people arrested were FBI agents. I mean, it's a joke. It is a joke to think that they're not in bed together.
ETEP, you say that like it's weird that there was 12 of them.
At least it was an even number. I would have, I was expecting. I mean,
you got 3.
We arrested 3 people, but we got to let these 12 FBI guys go. It's like the Chads that were, you know what I'm talking about? The Chads and the polo shirts at the protest.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. They just tried that like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah, like these guys aren't feds. Look at them. I mean, they're all come on.
I was working at an event one time, and one of the detectives, he was supposed to be plainclothes. He's such an idiot, but he had like a fisher's vest on, like what you would take fishing.
Oh Jesus.
So like he could have all of his stuff there, like his pin. I'm like, who are you fooling? Like
we were going out into the crowds that day. There was about 2 or 3 of us, and everybody made it out unarrested.
No, but you know what? Here's the one thing I think a lot of people still forget is when you talk about these politicians running the show, they're really not, though. There's people behind the scenes that are actually pulling the strings of all these freaking politicians, especially people like Soros.
Yep.
Yes. 100%. ETEP, I'm going to let you go ahead and take charge of this for a moment, because I need to step away and just go over this and let's get everybody's opinions. I'll be right back.
So basically, this is them calling out Merrick Garland for blatantly lying. About on the stand. I believe I don't know if he was. Well, it was not on the stand, obviously, but I don't think he was under oath giving this testimony. Or his. Does anybody know if he was sworn in under oath? But
wait, was he speaking to Congress?
I believe he was.
Or to the Senate? Then he's under oath.
It was a judiciary oversight committee on this.
You're under oath.
Okay, so he lied under oath. He perjured himself. And it says, last month, during your testimony before the Judiciary Committee, you testified the Department of Justice and the FBI were not using federal counterterrorism tools to target concerned parents at local school board meetings. This all boils down to critical race theory. We are now in receipt of a protected disclosure from the department whistleblower showing the FBI's counterterrorism division is compiling and categorizing threat assessments related to parents, including a document directing FBI personnel to use specific threat tag to track potential investigations. This new information calls into question the accuracy and completeness of your sworn testimony. So Garland, they've got, this is, and for those of you keeping score at home, Merrick Garland was former President Barack Hussein Obama's nominee for the Supreme Court, which was blocked and swatted down like a jump shot by Dikembe Mutombo in '96.
Jesus.
This was there's a reference for you. There's this is scary. Like I said, as a parent, and not only a parent, I work in a school. I'm a substitute teacher, and it's like I could not imagine here a knock at your door and it's like, what? Yeah, it's the FBI. Well, we want to talk to you about what? Well, we need to bring you in for questioning, and then you find out you get hit with a domestic terrorist tag because you didn't want your kids to be fucking indoctrinated at a school that your taxes pay to run by teachers who are complete idiots because they're not educators, they're indoctrinators. They don't know how to teach. Teaching means you enable these children's abilities to learn and make decisions and process information for themselves. Indoctrinating them is teaching them to memorize, repeat, memorize, repeat, memorize, repeat. And then you have these perfect little robots that you're trying to create in little ideologues.
Clockwork Orange.
Yes. And this is frightening because this whole thing follows Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals to a T. Like it's pathetic. And you get called a conspiracy theorist for that, a tin hat, wearing insane person. But we've got it right here. We've got evidence. We have it's all out in the open.
Oh, they hide nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They hide nothing. It's so funny. They tell you what they're gonna do.
Yep.
Just you just have to be paying attention. But they 100% let us in on what they're going to do. It's almost like they rub it in our faces.
Well, and I've said it before, and this is the analogy I like to use is the left cries, the right says, okay, well, the left cries it's not fair. So the right says, all right, well, you make the rules. And then the left makes the rules. And the right follows the rules, thinking the other side will do the same. And the left says, well, fuck this. We're going to do whatever we want anyway. You idiots follow the rules. And the right's like, well, they're not following the rules, but then they don't do anything about it. They do nothing. They just allow it to go unchecked.
The stupidest thing about this, though, ETEP, is everybody's been warned about this since at least the 80s.
Yes.
They knew because, like I've talked about this before, when I was digging through all that crap at my father's house, I found all kinds of old news articles where they were talking about this type of shit where they're going to be indoctrinating children, that they were going to change the future of what the country's voters would look like. They talked about this shit for so many damn years, and everybody just fucking slept on it like, that's never going to happen. And now look at the mess we're in because everybody ignored all those signs that were being posted early on.
Yeah, because they managed to marry the words conspiracy and theorist in such a way as to make anybody that questions the narrative seem insane. And people bought it, and people still buy it.
Oh my God, Chris, you are in my head today, dude. I don't know if you're sitting here reading my thoughts, brother, but you are right in my head because this is exactly
Chris is awesome.
This is exactly what I was going to say. The right is controlled oppo at this point. They're just the other side of the same authoritarian Marxist coin. And and this brings me to a point of why I absolutely adore my friend Summer down there for so many reasons, because she is part of the new Publicans. We call ourselves the new Publicans because the current ones, are fossils. They have no idea. Okay, we have the people energy. We have the populist energy. And we're trying to get behind candidates that have the populist energy because we need to, at this point, And this probably goes for the left too. You know, those of you on the left, think about this. If you were a Kennedy Democrat, if you were, you know, a normal Democratic moderate, you are kicked out of your own party. They want nothing to do with you. They consider you right. They consider you their enemy. So think about that. They don't even want you. Okay, and this is the type of energy we need to take among the citizenry, among the people, and basically retake these parties and turn them into what they're supposed to be, both about the people. That's exactly what we need to do. And that's why I will keep hammering the point that we need to hire populist candidates to work for us.
I mean, look
Well,
how
that's
quickly the establishment
100%.
dropped the progressives after they won the election. Like, didn't even take a month.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely absolutely crazy.
Well, I mean, they're doing the same thing with Biden right now, because Biden, even though he leans left, he doesn't lean far enough left. So you have all these people rallying against him too, and I think it's just a matter of time before they enact the 25th Amendment.
Well, they've got him feuding with Kamala, the Ugandan giant. I mean, Kamala Harris, he heals up Harris,
Harris,
Willie Brown, and Montel Williams bit. I mean, the Madam Vice President. Madam Vice President. I have such a hard time calling her
I don't
that
think they're gonna.
She's an idiot.
I don't think they're ready to move her into that position yet. Her polling is a little low.
Oh, she's gonna go down as the worst VP in history, and it's like, it's a shame because
more than Buchanan.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Angeles makes
I
a
don't
great
know.
point. The right is always on the defense; they are never on the offense, and that's exactly right. You know,
100%.
we need to bring that energy, and that's a major issue, especially for the right, and that's why I think, you know, when I've gone on these Twitter spaces and I've met people and been able to really, you know, kind of get the pulse, I can see that there's an energy out there with folks that, you know, we need to use to make ourselves the majority, so that we can be the ones that say, look, if you don't want to go on offense, step aside. We will.
Yep.
You know, go ahead, Summer.
Well, I was a liberal. I was a Democrat. And it's hard because I feel like Republicans, and this was one of the things that was hard for me. They were just so complacent. Like I don't know. It was just kind of like the good old boy, like, you know, whatever. I don't know. And I felt like, at least when I was, and don't hate me, but I volunteered for Barack Obama's campaign. I was one of those girls, and went to the inauguration, you know, thought I was hope and change, and quickly learned that it was the biggest bullshit that's ever happened to this country. He's such a piece of crap. But I feel like it's time for us to use our voices, to use the abilities that we have, like Twitter Spaces. I'm not on Facebook. I hate Facebook, but whatever, you know, media platforms that you're on. And it is time for us to give them a run for their damn money, because they have literally, and I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I feel like last March, probably before that, but at least in March, our country was hijacked right before our very eyes. They literally hijacked our country. They took control, and it has been a shit show since. And you know, I know that they're making up for lost time because Trump just put a huge, you know, wrench in their plan. But it is time for us to get pissed off. Think about what they are doing to our young daughters with all of this, you know, trans and, you know, them pushing this stuff. Think about what they're doing with critical race theory. That alone. I mean, they're dividing us, because if they divide, then they conquer. So, you know, it's not just race anymore. Now it's, are you masked or are you not masked? Are you vaccinated or are you not vaccinated? Are you on the left or are you on the right? Fuck where you put me. I am an American. I'm going to fight for my daughters. I'm going to fight for, you know, for my fellow patriots. And I don't give two shits what the left has to say anymore. And it's time that we rise up. And I am not afraid of them. I use my real name clearly this is me. I have like my business, like I don't care. Like I am done with them trying to control everything that we see, do, say, hear. It's done. And so we have to fight back, every single one of us.
Well, as someone else who uses their real name, I just want to say,
what a great name it is.
Don't blow smoke. Don't give them any fuel.
No. So
Noted.
the biggest problem is that until we address the lobby industry, really, it's not going to matter what we do. That is the key to making any change that is worth even mentioning, right? Because it comes to like there's so much turnover with even your age, right? You have a new congresswoman, congressman, whatever, senator, like they come in, they have their aides. When those aides get to know how things work, that's when they get snatched up by the lobbyist and they get put into that system because there's far more money there than it is as an aide to some senator. And until we can fix that, then really we're just at the mercy of giant corporations and whoever can afford to spend the most money on lobbying.
Yeah, as soon as political donations became protected free speech, we were in a huge shitstorm. Like that was a turning point that we needed to go back on real fast.
Yes, 100%.
Well, what I'd actually like to see is I would like to see a complete destruction of both parties.
Amen.
I would like to see both parties gone and just people being voted into office as individuals. No more party lines. People would actually have to work together across aisles legitimately, not just because of party lines.
We need to stop letting politicians think that we work for them. It's the other way around. They're civil servants. I don't care what level of government you're on. You're a civil servant. You work for the taxpayers. We don't work for you. That's not how this works. Take them out back. I don't care what you do with them, but don't. Yeah, both parties could go away tomorrow, and we would be better off for it. Hey, I don't want to see what we're headed towards happen because being a parent, you don't ever want to see that. But it's like the direction we're headed and the trajectory is not good. It is not good. It's not conducive to a functioning country, and that's what they did. It's divide and conquer. It's espionage at its highest. They get inside and you develop these sleeper cells, and this is what these people do, and it spreads like an infection. They're a cancer.
Wow, Tony brought up a great point. George W. Bush freed the Middle East to create the windmill for Americans to hate Islam. Then Barack realized the soldiers were sympathetic to the plight of the Middle East. Based. He is based.
Aren't returning soldiers very, very high on the list of suspected individuals to become radicalized?
Yeah. That's first I've heard of it.
Look at the stand down order from just about 5 months ago. Okay, that was all about rooting out anybody that was a patriot in the military.
Yep.
So that should tell you right then and there. They are trying to manufacture in front of our eyes the domestic terrorist boogeyman so that they feel justified in what they're doing. Okay, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to create, quote, domestic terrorists or white supremacists anywhere so that they have a reason to justify their actions. And it's
also say the whole racist thing, like the whole white supremacist, whatever, it's really old and they really need to come up with something new because they can tell me all day that I am a white supremacist until they meet my family, my friends, and and know me. But it's an excuse and they get away with that. And when you scream racism, it sounds really bad. But I think people are starting to catch on a little bit more because now they're attacking those of us that, we're kind of like, okay, we're like 80s kids, 90s kids. Like, literally, you guys, I'm the biggest racist. Look I have a big picture of Snoop, like smoking a joint.
When you can say that, I forgot his name that ran for governor in California, since he's the
Larry
black
Elder.
face. Yeah, Larry Elder is a black face of white supremacy. it doesn't matter.
Look at what they've done to Candace Owens. It's
Exactly.
So sad.
Yeah.
Winsome Sears, a black Jamaican female immigrant who served in the United States Marine Corps, Semper Fi. Fucking, they call her, the tool of white supremacy. It's like, are you kidding me? Joy Reid said that.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're in an episode of the Chappelle Show? CJH, thank you, buddy. If we ever make it to that level, we'll change the song of the country to "Carrots and Lettuce for All."
Oh man!
It doesn't matter whether or not you're a racist, or it doesn't matter what you are or who you're associated with. If you disagree and they have something that they want to attack, well, you're a racist.
First off, I want to vote that the new song be "Titties and Beer." And I'm going to vote for that all the time. Second off, I agree with Matt. There is no justification you can give if they have labeled you something that will peel that label off of you for them. Once they have labeled you, you're done, unless you start towing the party line.
Character assassination.
I want to point out a great comment by Shellback. And Shellback, great to see you, buddy. What's up, Tim? I hope everything's going well for you, sir. He says the founding fathers were domestic terrorists by now our definition these days, and it's just oh man, it is absolutely bonkers. And I feel like I am living an upside down world because I did grow up in the 80s, and I'm just anti-authoritarian all over the board because that's how Gen X kids were. We were the ones that railed against authority. We said fuck you to authority, period. And that's just how we were. And so
we were Rage Against the Machine before they ever became a thing.
Oh well, dude, yeah, they're Rage for the Machine now.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. It's like I laugh at Rage Against the Machine now. It's like, you guys are fucking sellouts. You you sold out all everything that you ever stood for now is a fucking joke because you're like, fight the machine. No, man, lick that boot. That's what they're doing now. It's like all these people that called anybody who voted for Donald J. Trump bootlickers for 4 years can't talk out of both sides of their mouth anymore because that boot is so far down their throat it's coming out their asses. It's pathetic.
When your graffiti includes talking points from major corporations,
right,
and you're not quite the rebel you might think you are.
Oh my God, that is a great point, Matt. That is a great point. Author Stephen Weldon, the man, the myth, the legend, our fearless leader here at Rogue Entertainment, he's in the chat and he said, "The front line in the culture war, Rogue Resistance." Appreciate that, Stephen. Thank you so much.
Way to go. Coffee and trees, buddy. Coffee and trees.
But it's awesome that Summer came on the show because she is so eloquent when it comes to talking about politics. I mean,
no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
I am not. I'm just very pissed off. I am a pissed off patriot.
Well,
that's because I voted for Donald Trump this time. I had never voted for him before. I used to hate him. Now I'm like obsessed. And
well, I'll tell you this much. It's like I will take 15 Summer Elliott's over Laura Ingraham any day of the week. Because you're just awesome, and that's and that's like what I said, because it's organic and you talk from the heart, and that's what we need to do is speak what we truly feel.
Well, I also think it's time for us to get involved. I just, for whatever reason, just felt this calling and this need to kind of step up and kind of put, what is that saying? Put your money where your mouth is. Mm-hmm. And so I had here in Texas, we have a governor race coming up, which is kind of big. And so last night I was able to have one of the candidates on in our space and talk to us. And then I have another one coming on. And I'm going to a couple things like debates that they're having. And I think it's just important for all of us to find our niche in this because everyone holds a different, candle.
Well, and another great point that you make, we need to get involved at the the state and local levels. That is so critically important. You know, we need to run for our school boards. We need to run for our city councils. We need to run, you know, for county sheriff, things of that nature, because it's important that we're able to affect change at that level, because it's going to then organically spread to the federal level. But we need to insulate our particular states first, and that, I think, will be the telling sign when we get populist people in at that level, because we can really change the rampant indoctrination that's going on with the young people. We'll have more of a direct say in that. And that what I think is paramount right now, because I know a lot of people are like, change the Congress, change the Congress, change the Congress. Well, we start at the state level and the city level, and then fan out, because that is how you're going to do it, going with that formula. And I think that is 100% important. And
Next step I'm worried about them taking is outlawing homeschooling or nullifying any degree you might get from homeschooling.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying. They're trying. I can promise you, Zach, they are trying.
Before I go, I was watching the news tonight, and they were talking about mandating vaccinations in Los Angeles County schools now for was it 5-year-olds and up, or 5 to 11? Yeah. My son's pediatrician. She goes to my son goes to private school. She asked me when he went in for his checkup before school, "Are you going to get him vaccinated?" No. No. Well, why? Because I'm not going to have him injected with something that's not tested. Like flu shot. All right, I give my kid a flu shot. Yeah. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not. But like a flu shot is one thing. Like this is another. Like my wife, for her job, had to get 2 shots of the Moderna, which now I'm really nervous about, because all the side effects, you know, and the risk of, I'm hearing with was it the possible Bell's, it's like, Jesus Christ, you know. I'm like, so why would I put this in my child? If you're in LA County and you don't pull your kids out of those school and homeschool them, if you have the option, you're part of the problem. If you don't have the option, then I understand. But if you can, take your kids out of that fucking school district.
Well, ETEP, I mean, it's bad enough with the vax right now, and they don't even really know what that shit is going to do over the long term as it is already. But then we had that report where they gave out, like, how many was, like, 150 vaccines that were the wrong doses to these kids, and they don't know what the effects are going to be?
Yep.
How can you trust this system? How can you?
You can't. It's broken. I got a jet, though.
I mean, kind of like this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Hey, ETEP.
I do.
Example.
I know you guys are getting ready to start the program over there. Do you have any time at all? If you want to squeeze in that story, you can. The one that you had.
Oh, all right. Let me pull that back up. It was the hang on.
Yeah. Whip it out.
That's I'm not Rosenbaum. I'm not doing that. I'm a Jew, but I'm not Rosenbaum. I'm not doing that. But
going on real quick. Rough Girl, what's going on? I see she popped in the chat. What's going on, Janet from Another Planet? And I did see Rough Girl said, no, I'm a black racist too. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's oh my gosh, complete clownish nonsense, you know, and it's pretty crazy. Oh, it's funny, people. There's been people in the chat, Summer, saying, asking if you have a YouTube channel. I
do, actually. It's Mad Bar.
That one.
All right.
No, I've never even done this, and trust me, you don't want me to have a YouTube channel.
Wrong.
I have space.
Yeah. Wrong.
She'd hit 1,000 in like probably a couple days.
I mean, Matt does it. Matt hates women, but
yeah. All right, here we go.
All right, so this is let me introduce you before I go to this is what the hell is his name? Dylan Park Pettiford, a writer for Paramount Network's cable series. Yeah, he hyphenates his name as a man. That's always cute. 68 Whiskey and he's a Marvel Comics writer, and basically he had a tweet he made that we'll just go over here and look at this if that's popping up. Yes, it is. All right. He says, with the verdict near, Governor Tony Evers said that 500 National Guard members would be prepared for duty in Kenosha if local law enforcement requested them. Burn that motherfucker to the ground. This is an asshat who writes for Marvel. Now, this falls right in line with all the other pieces of shit who write for Marvel and work for Marvel Comics. And this is why you need to steer clear of mainstream comics, because these people hate you. They want to see you dead. They hate you. They want your money, but they hate you.
Oh, come on, ETEP. Tell the real truth, though. It's not really just Marvel. It's their fucking overlords. It's their fucking overlords at Disney and people at freaking Warner Brothers. These son of a bitches are absolutely insane. And they're being pushed behind by the same fucking people that are pushing these fucking leftist extremists in the Democratic Party. It's people like Soros and people like, Bezos and some of those other idiots. They're the ones that are pushing this shit.
Yep, this is who's entertaining kids are pieces of shit like this. And then of course he deleted the tweet because he's bitch made and he knew he had a shit take and he deleted it. So I thought this was absolutely ridiculous. This man is openly inciting riots, calling for, it's and how many idiots follow this piece of shit on Twitter that are be like, okay,
68 whiskey, isn't that a medic?
I think so.
Look,
It's
again,
just so fucking crazy to me because think about last year, how many Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, like all of these, old ladies, which is so weird to me, get up there and they did the same exact thing. Like they were saying that they needed to burn stuff down, whatever. And then again, you have you have Trump who, they just can't handle. They can't have it both ways. Like it needs to stop. And here's my other thing about a lot of this stuff is they are 100% trying to normalize pedophilia.
Yes.
And we see it time and time again. But it is now becoming so incredibly obvious that just right down to, like you said, the comments. Yep. So look at these people. These are the people that are, making this stuff for our kids. We need to be all over it and just be, No is the answer because I get it. I see what they're doing and they 100% are coming after our kids.
I was watching Disney Channel last year and they started showing, my son's watching it, and cause he likes Muppet Babies and shit like that. And I'm like, I grew up with it. The new show is garbage, but that's another story. But they had BLM commercials on Disney Channel. And I'm just like, why am I not surprised by this?
Oh, the vaccine. I was watching like the Babysitters Club with my daughter, and I kid you not, here comes this whole spiel about helping your friends at school and making sure everyone's protected. And I was like, fuck that. No, you're not getting it.
Yeah.
And we just talk about it, but it's insane.
Well, here's the craziest thing about this too. And when we're talking about these people that are behind the scenes running all this shit, we can eliminate the products of what they've done, and that includes companies like Disney, Marvel, Warner Brothers, whatever you have, and some of these politicians. Unfortunately, we're never going to get to the root cause of the problems, the people that are behind the scenes backing everything.
Yeah, make sure, by the way, check out ETEP's channel, subscribe. I know that he's heading over there.
I know. He's actually a little bit late with Tony Tone Deaf.
Yeah, he's heading over to Tony Tone Deaf. They're going to do their
reviews.
The Clown World Review show, so make sure that you check them out. It's just continually the same thing all the time. I mean, they get more insidious with it by the day with the stuff that they do and how they go about it, because the moment that we kind of are able to throw a spotlight on them, they run and scatter like cockroaches. They come back with an even more diabolical plot to get to children, and that to me is Chris Fisk says, meanwhile, I'm forced to delete my tweet and has sustained a 12-hour account suspension because I replied to a post about Rittenhouse crying on the stand with a call for sympathy for a teenager in court. I mean, absolutely.
I guess it would depend on how you said it, because like if you were like, you better fucking give them sympathy, motherfuckers, I'll kill all of you, that may get you suspended.
Oh, it
I
doesn't matter.
doubt
You can
Like,
defend him in any
it's
way,
true.
shape, or form, and they'll suspend you.
I know. I was just saying.
But
Kinda
Facebook, we're
depends.
putting people in Facebook jail just for using the hashtag. Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong. That is fact, because I know 2 people that got suspended by Facebook for doing that. I mean, it's ridiculous. That is absolutely 100% ridiculous.
Meanwhile, I
Let's do
guarantee
it
if
again for the people in the back. Can you freaking imagine if this was Donald Trump, or Patriots or Republicans, whatever? If we were doing this to liberals, holy shit, you guys!
Oh
It's
yeah,
a joke.
yeah, it is, and this is why, we definitely need to do more and get in on making organic change ourselves, because we can't wait around for somebody to come save us, because they're certainly not going to. So yeah, it's important that it goes back to what you said, Summer, that we get involved, and I'm hoping that more people do. And I'm thankful to you, because I saw that you did that space with that congressional candidate you had on. We also did an interview with the congressional candidate here in my state, in Ohio, just a few weeks back.
Awesome.
We did an interview with J.R. Majeski, who is running for Congress in the 9th District in here in the state of Ohio, and he is running for a long time Democrat held seat, and I think he's got a good chance of getting it. And the cool thing was with these guys that I come on here with every week, we gave him hard questions to answer, and I'll tell you what, the guy did. He did not shy away, and that tells me the things I need to know, that he will not back down in the face of adversity, or facing tough questions, or facing people that are downright assholes like the left. He's actually pretty darn good with that type of stuff, and I came away very impressed, and I was glad to have him on. But I want to have more people like that on, more candidates like that on, because it gives the people the answer, so you can see who these people are, and that's one of the important things. And I'm very thankful to Summer for what she did with that space. I thought that was really awesome. I'm not going to
First
pull
time
up.
I've ever done that before, but hopefully not the last.
But you did really good, because I stopped in there for a little bit and I saw you were killing it. You were killing it. But the thing is I'm not going to pull up the article, because I know that it's 8 and we've got roughly about another 20 minutes or so left. So we'll just kind of move quickly over this one. But I wanted to get your guys' thoughts around the panel, because, Steve Bannon was indicted. He was also formally arrested, and they're going to have him testify before the January 6th committee. They said that he committed contempt of Congress, which is what they had charged him and arrested him, whatever, because we know that's a joke. But the thing is I think it's good, because one thing about Steve Bannon that people need to understand, if you've watched his program, or if you remember him from when he was in the Trump administration, the dude is 100% prepared. He's based. He knows what's going on. And I guarantee you that guy is going to drop some seismic bombs when he gets into that testimony. So, all right. We're going to add Steven has come in. Hey, Steven.
What's going on? Hail the chat. Etep left, so I figured I'd come in for the last 10 minutes.
Ring around the rosy.
Yeah,
whatever, Tommy. Whatever. And Mad was here. I'll be honest. I'm strangely attracted to Mad. And
you should be.
I can't stay away from him.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Makes perfect sense.
I'm very, very happy, and again, very impressed with the guest that we chose to have this evening. I don't think we could have asked for a better guest tonight.
Well, you didn't actually choose me. I forced my way in here.
Did
But,
you shame him?
Yeah, I was like, "Hey,
Good.
guy,
He needs it."
yeah."
No,
Mad came in without consent.
Yeah, no, Mad, you don't. You,
Hang on, sorry, I got like 4 jokes I gotta get out of my head. Hold on.
Come on, keep going. Summer, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for joining the show.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you guys for having me. I love being the only chick.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, it's usually sausage fest around here, so it's a welcome change.
Don't
You should be used to that, Will.
Strong disagree.
No, man. Yeah, hard pass. But no, I wanted to get your guys' opinions on what you think is going to happen when Steve Bannon actually does testify. So let's go around and get everybody's sort of 2 cents on that. Tommy, go ahead, start us off.
You know what? It's one of those things I haven't really been following it, but if it's anything else that we've seen what they've been doing with any of the proceedings lately, it's going to be lopsided against him, and it's not going to matter what he says. I mean, look at all the things that have come out about Fauci and how they're burying it. I mean, these are irrefutable facts about this guy, and nobody gives a shit. Why? Because right now the left is actually controlling the media. They're controlling the spin on it. The only thing that they don't really control is the Supreme Court. And when most of these things are being taken care of, they're keeping the Supreme Court out of it so they can actually control the narrative. This is why Biden put so many freaking judges into all the other lower circuit courts, so he can control that narrative before it ever gets to the Supreme Court. I personally just don't think it's going to go as well as some people think it's going to.
Well, I mean, he's testifying before a stacked, crooked committee because Tommy, you saw when they put together that January 6th committee. It's basically, a bunch of Democrats and a couple of rhinos is what it boils down to. So when he's dropping his testimony, he's got all kind of like snakes all around him. So pretty much at that point, when he's under oath and he's, testifying, all he can do is just drop seismic truth bombs on what's really going on. And I think he's going to do that. All right. Matt, what do you think
I think it's just going to be just him tearing down straw man after straw man until, like, they're not going to give him any space to speak, to say anything of value. This is going to, as soon as he starts talking outside of the lines of whatever straw man argument they put in front of him, they're going to cut him off and like, here, or what have you. I don't know. Do they still wear the wigs? I haven't been paying attention.
No, they don't wear powder wigs anymore. Stephen, what do you think about Steve Bannon, testifying before the January 6th committee?
Yeah, pretty much everything Matt and Tommy just said. He's going to be treated hostile. I'm interested to see what he's going to be allowed to say and the tussle between himself and the committee. Get your popcorn out. I think it's going to be a fun one.
Zach?
I think it'll be fun if we're allowed to see what goes on. God forbid he starts saying something true and they can't shut him down and they're just going to halt the broadcast and you won't hear anything. But I think Mad was right. As much as I hate to agree with Mad, he's going to run into a wall of rhetoric. He's going to have to work his way around, and they're going to take every opportunity to stop him from saying anything of circumstance.
Mm-hmm. Summer, what do you think is going to be the outcome?
Well, I think it's absolute bullshit, and it's just ridiculous. But I agree with you guys. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm curious if we're even going to be able to see it. Like you just said. I mean, I don't know.
I bet you they're not going to broadcast the proceedings when they have that. They won't let us see that because Bannon will tell the truth. He does not fear the left. Period. He will tell the truth. It's pretty stark how strongly that he feels about it. And wow, Rough Girl. Sharing a personal story. She said that some assholes tore my vote for Trump sign down and threw the pieces on my porch.
Wow.
And this is again, the crazies that come out. It's like, in Ruff's former vet. She's a strong black woman, and they go after her simply because she doesn't subscribe to groupthink. She is a strong lady. And
Well, it's all about
Rob,
support minorities until minorities think the wrong way, right, Drew? So
exactly, dude, exactly, because they do that shit with the Asian community all the time, and it drives me crazy. Because you guys know I'm Filipino, and
What?
yeah.
But according to the University of
Really?
Maryland,
I'm
you're
Filipino.
white now. You're one
Yeah.
of us. And we
Yeah.
accept you. We
You're white
Minority
Whitey Jason.
minus Asian.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's not
god.
even adjacent anymore. It's just straight up white. Like
That's
Yeah.
that whole
You're
adjacent
white, Drew.
bullshit.
Just accept it, man. You're one of
Yeah, your
us, man.
people have been drafted. You're in now.
Hey,
Summer,
I got to be
now,
honest. It's really not that bad being white either. Like,
you
well,
know, next time you see
Whoa,
me,
that
Summer,
sounded really racist, man. You
yeah,
gotta calm down now.
next time you see me, Summer, you'll be like, "Oh, it's White Boy Drew."
yeah. White boy Drew. There you go. That's a name right there.
Yep, that's gonna be your stage name.
Yeah.
White, your stage
White
name.
boy.
Oh no, his stage name is
Supreme
Giant
whiteness.
Redwood.
Supreme
Oh,
whiteness. Yeah.
Oh man,
There it
yeah, that's a great. Yeah, sure, Tommy.
So
that's-
beware the milk
Oh
toast.
man.
Just think about the benefits you'll have on. You'll have lower taxes, better loan opportunities.
Rough girl giving you props, Summer. She says, "Great to hear you
Aw.
speak."
Oh, thank you. That is
Yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah,
I was not expecting this today, but thank you guys for having me. I'm telling you, this is my cup of tea. I would do this every week. I love
But
it.
yeah, you know, hey,
you go, Drew.
listen, you are more than welcome to come back on the program because, like I said, you carry yourself well. You know your stuff, and
We have band-aids that come in our skin tone. Sorry, I'm just still listening off the benefits of being white.
I was listening.
Extreme elements.
I was listening earlier, Drew. You had a great panel tonight. It was a great panel on the show tonight. One of the best you've had.
I know that. So Summer got a really cool job. She's a professional makeup artist, and we were chit chatting before she came on the show, and she said that at a couple of times you did Hollywood stuff, right?
I did. In fact, I actually did Adam Carolla's makeup, which is kind of funny, for an event he was at. And little did I know he's a patriot.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Adam Carolla is kind of based as fuck, man.
Yeah.
He is. He
He's
knows
the
his
opposite
shit.
of Jimmy Kimmel.
So you're a makeup artist. Can you see Tommy's never on camera because he's really ugly? Do you think you could help him?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because
Are you really talking shit, midget?
I am always going to talk shit at you. I hate you, Tom.
It's a weird camera angle you have, Walton. Like you just
Like
give
it.
them ammo, like lower it, make you look taller.
Matt, he's actually on a step ladder right now. Took the step ladder out, see how he shrunk?
Oh my God.
I mean, look,
you know,
there's no makeup that's going to cover up that Eagles hat. This is
Look, I can't help that you have a terrible taste in football teams, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm telling
Okay.
you, Summer, when you come on the show, you know, it's like being in here with like 5 crazy brothers because it's like nonstop busting each other's balls.
Drew's
and,
our mom.
Yeah.
Love it.
our Bob with a giant dick.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I'm going to go ahead and check the stream elements while I'm here because I know that that dropped some tips over
That's
on
right.
Stream Elements. So
Thank you so much for that, guys. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
for
I
coming
went-
in.
A glass of wine really quick? Is that a
Oh yeah,
No.
absolutely. Go for it.
I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Oh,
Okay.
I got outvoted. Yeah. By the way, yeah. If you don't pay us, we will not acknowledge your chats.
Wow.
That is official Rogue Nation. What do you call yourselves? Is that it? Rogue? Is it Rogue Nation? Rogue
Love how you
Nation
almost-
policy.
You almost couldn't get that out of your mouth. You didn't believe it.
Oh my gosh, man. To Helium 29 earlier, he tipped $2. He says that history always teaches us never to trust our government, not rinse, repeat, hand your souls over to government, over government, God over government all the way. Always enjoy dropping by your live streams, Drew. Keep up the good work. Can I please get a shout out? Oh, you can always get a shout out to Helium because you know it's you're awesome, dude. I appreciate it. And you've been a longtime supporter of mine. You were one of the first supporters of mine, even starting out at Bounding into Comics. So, dude, you and I have been down some roads, and I appreciate you, my friend. And I thank you for that very, very much. And if you want to contribute to the channel, all you have to do is type in the command !tip, and the Stream Elements link will show up for you to help out the channel in that manner. It's always appreciated, never required. I am just very, very happy to have all of you freedom-minded folks in here every single week, because we have a great chat. We have the best chat on YouTube, and I am so humbled and happy to have you here, because you guys always bring it strong in the chat as well. And also hail to our boy Cosmic Fusion for modding tonight, as well as Wookie, and of course Tina and Shellback, and everybody that has been holding it down. You guys are doing awesome tonight. So I am just worried as this ramps up, because going back to the Rittenhouse trial, they're going to make them essentially come back in the morning and deliberate more during the day. I think we're going to see some incidents tonight, and I'm just really worried what's going to happen. And it's 100% going to be the agitators. I don't think it's going to be like actual people out there, unless you get the ones that come out like, oh, I'm going to get free shit, because those people always show up, because they're just like, they want an excuse to go get free shit. But no, I'm just concerned more about the paid agitators that are there, and how far they're willing to go, what they're willing to do. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's going to happen tonight?
I think my whole family's been texting me for the last 5 minutes, and I hardly heard what you said, and that's terrible because I'm on the panic.
No, I was talking about the Rittenhouse trial, Stephen, and the.
Oh, you didn't have to go over it again, because that'd be terrible.
The promise of them rioting tonight.
Shut up, Tommy.
Brilliant.
Tommy,
I think that Mad should speak, because that face is so stoic, but it looks like he's holding a lot in right now.
All right. Well,
yes.
Okay.
Say
Well,
something.
you could help him release one.
All right.
You look like Donnie Wahlberg, kind of.
Yes.
He was my favorite New Kids on the Block guy.
Yes. We need.
Well,
thank you, Summer. We need some Donnie Wahlberg memes.
He's married to what's her name, so that's not.
Oh,
a
man.
no.
Look,
Look,
Matt hates women. Don't
as you all know, I am always hanging tough, and I've always been known to have the right stuff. But I haven't really been paying attention to what you guys have been saying. People have been texting me and messing around in the chat. But I'm sure Drew made excellent points that were not borderline conspiracy theory,
Right,
alien,
above.
lizard people. So
Hey, I did not
Correct.
say any of them were reptilians. All right, I did not go there yet.
Drew,
Yeah,
you are
you
one
wanted
step
to.
away from being the Filipino version of Jesse the Body Ventura.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh God. Oh man.
Uh,
Summer,
that-
are we going to see riots tonight?
I mean, I put nothing past them. Probably tonight or tomorrow for sure. But yeah, I'm sure something's going to happen.
We're still waiting on the verdict, right?
Yes, correct. Steve.
Right.
They-
Well, okay.
they,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you should. I mean, this is.
They're getting ready.
They're getting ready, and of course they are, because you have. All right. It's not as simple as two sides of an argument, but you have two sides here. You have one rational side, which which is not going to go out and destroy public property and attack people and project racism and ists and phobes all over the place because they didn't get what they want. Then you have another side that is ready and raring to do that. They can't wait to get out there and start burning down some shops and get some free shit, whip up a whole bunch of racism, a whole bunch of hate as a distraction to the real criminals, to the real people that are causing the problems in our government. So yeah, I believe that if the proper verdict is handed down, because this young man handled himself accordingly, defended his life. If the proper verdict gets handed down, then we're going to see riots. But I mean, we've spoken about this on a couple live streams now, a couple shows, and you got to think about the jury themselves. They've got to be scared for their lives. They got to.
Yeah, and that's the problem, dude. Because and I get back to what I said earlier. It's the media gaslighting, and also the
absolutely
intimidation on social media, and
the echo chamber that's been reinforced all over social media, has been for years. They got everybody involved, all the big channels. I don't even trust Fox News. I don't trust none of them. Mainstream. And they've got their Twitter mobs out there, that toxic, loud minority that's ready to whip up any type of istrophobe if somebody goes against the far left narrative. You got your entertainers out there who people idolize, co-signing to that far left narrative. They're ready. They've been ready for years. That's why we had all the problems we've had the last several.
And, Walton, I think you hit on something though, but I think you're off on one aspect.
What's that, my brother?
I think that they're probably going to riot regardless, because the judge has already said that he wanted lower charges if they were going to go for charges. I think they're going to riot because there's lower charges involved if they do find him guilty.
They're gonna riot regardless. But my girlfriend actually texted me some.
I don't understand how you can get a guilty verdict on this.
By rioting in the streets and I mean, but no, like my girlfriend gets texted like, why didn't they just have them deliberate and then drop the verdict at 4 a.m. after all the weirdos have given up for the night, and you know what I mean, and then put everybody in some type of witness protection. Like,
well, it depends on what state you're in and if they're still
but I did like the idea of like, because that's a great time to drop is like 4 a.m. when everybody's I don't know how.
Get Bull out there to handle shit.
Yeah. Weren't they going to remake High Court? I heard something about that.
Oh God, I hope not. Donnie Wahlberg was married to Jenny McCarthy, by the way.
Yes, is married to her. That's right.
Yeah, Donnie Wahlberg. Yeah, Matt.
Wait,
can we get some memes? Can anybody memers out there in the chat, please? Thank you very much.
No need. Don't worry about it.
Now, you go ahead, do that for us.
We're good.
Take care, Loretta. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye, Loretta.
Again, thanks to Loretta, aka Canada Plus. I'm looking forward to my interview with her very soon. Man, we are going to blow the lid off a lot of stuff after I interview her. So look for that down the road. And also, she will at some point have an appearance on the program. So I'm looking forward to that. So take care, Loretta. Thank you so much for being a part of things. Janet says, oh man, I just lost it. Hold on. Oh,
someone still put bags of marshmallows all over town.
Yeah, that was what it was. But
you just deleted it.
Yeah, actually, I think I accidentally
and you timed her out.
Oh man. Wow, that's how we do our chat around here.
I boomered it.
Janet, we're sorry, hon.
Janet, I am so sorry. Please don't castrate me. I am so sorry.
So
castrate you?
Yeah,
that's a hell of a job. I mean, what kind of knife would you use?
Hi, opinion. So I think regardless of whether they drop a verdict, tonight, tomorrow, or the next day, there's going to be riots. I agree with that entirely. It doesn't matter what the verdict is. The cover story, the narrative, and the justification have been laid out not only for the rioters, but for the demonization of anyone who might try to do anything about it. Like the story has been crafted long before this trial ever even started.
Right.
Like this was almost an inevitability.
No, you're absolutely right. And it has been. I mean, we had what Kasperian came out and finally, I guess who had mentioned it on another stream that they think legal had handed it down, but she had to come out and say, I was wrong. This is what happened. Here's the footage. That was you. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, you're absolutely right. The narrative has been crafted, and it's to set up what's going to unfold. We've seen this time and again. We've seen how narratives have been crafted. I mean, all throughout Trump's presidency, the man never got a decent shot. at being the
No, he
president
never got
from the
fair shake.
media, and they continuously set up obstacles, hurdles, misconstrued what he said. Not that he was, an eloquent speaker to begin with, but
he had the best words going now.
We have seen how we know the playbook. We know what's coming, and you're absolutely right, Zach. It's they want the riots. They want that because you whip up that kind of fervor. You whip that attention up. That's what everybody's talking about, and then the real criminals can steal more. Can steal more rights from us, and it's a cycle that we have to stop. And I'm not sure what the answer is.
You draw the line in the sand. I mean, at some point, I think this is just going to turn into the conflict we all don't want. And I don't want it either, and I'm not advocating for it, but
Right.
I don't see how it doesn't end up that way. It's just being forced.
Is there a way, by the way, God, this is going to sound like such a boomer question, but is there a way to actually untime out somebody?
I don't think so.
It's 300 seconds, though. She'll be back.
Stand by your decision.
Mad. Okay,
Hey, you took action against a woman. You shouldn't be surprised at his reaction.
Everybody's gonna be like sitting there. I'm gonna get to. I already know because Cosmic Fusion is gonna clip this, and he's gonna be like Drew the Boomer. I know it's coming.
And he'll Photoshop your face on Boomer's body, and it'll be even worse.
Yeah. I say you just double down and ban him from the channel altogether.
Oh man!
The only way through is the only way out is got to go through sometimes. So just
all right. Well, before I boomer anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and
give him crap every live stream. Thank you.
I'm gonna go around the panel. Cosmic Fusion. #, I stand with Janet. Yes.
Janet, we love you. The rogues love you.
We do.
I do too. Janet, I do love you.
Clearly.
Time to wrap. I love this person. Silenced.
Yep. Actions speak louder than words, Drew.
You guys, oh my God. I'm never going to be able to live this down, am I?
Just be aware, if Drew accidentally discharges, we're all dead.
Yeah.
# beware the Drew.
All right.
I didn't care for that at all.
You didn't like that thought?
No.
I'm going to go around and I'm going to let everybody do their outros, and we will start with our wonderful guest this evening, and that would be the great Summer Elliott. So here you go, Summer. Tell everybody what you got going on, where they can find you, how they can support you.
I'm pretty much just on Twitter, and I'm on Twitter a lot. And it's just Make Me Up Summer. And I host some spaces on there throughout the day, sometimes in the evening. And I would love to have you guys join us. I think it's a time to be alive, that's for sure. So
yeah, and thank you for being our guest this evening. We really do appreciate it.
It's been a blast. I'll come back anytime. I have my wine in my Trump mug.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, and let's go over to the latecomer, Mr. Author Stephen Walton.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to check out the Place to Be reviews tomorrow night for Going Rogue, and go check out the Red Gaze at 6:30 if you're into independent creators, and check out Rogue's Gallery where we showcase books, creators, and have a good time doing it. And then check out Collectible Past on Tommy the Guinea Pig Collective after that. And I'm taking a break this weekend, so there's gonna be no Friday or Saturday shows for me. I'm gonna go explore Florida. I'm not working right now, so I'm just gonna go have some fun. I didn't have a chance to see anything since I moved here. But on this Saturday, check out the Dump on Sporker News podcast. Andre and Tom Midnight's Edge is going to be on the Dump. Looking forward to seeing that. And don't forget to subscribe to Supreme Heretic. Check out this show every week for Rogue's political news, Rogue Resistance. I love seeing you guys here. Take care of each other. Be good to each other. Wash your hands and wash your ass. Peace.
All right, let's go over to the Magnificent.
Yeah. Hey. Well, I was going to tell everybody about how I was going to be on Steven's channel this weekend. I'm not, apparently.
It's going to be next week. We're going to have Midnight's Edge on next week. Okay, sorry.
Oh, okay. No, so tonight, like at 9 p.m. Central, we'll be doing Tombstone over on Toxic Tuesday. So if you want to be a Huckleberry and not a Daisy, come watch it. Those were words from the movie. We're probably going to do something on our channel tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central.
All right.
We do things there.
Man, do you have a Twitter or anything you want to?
Yes, I do have a Twitter. Thank you for asking.
All right. Let's go over to.
Oh, okay. I can tell people that.
Tony Network.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye.
He's bye.
We'll go over to Zach, aka Brightest Day.
Did you say Brightest Gay? Drew, that is messed up. You treat your panel the same way you treat your chat?
Okay, first off, Drew. You said Steven was a latecomer. That's not what I hear from Ashley, so stop giving him that much credit.
Oh, snap.
Second off, hi, everybody. I'm Brightest Day. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I support Drew here on Rogue Resistance and on Pegasus Actual Podcast, our retro review of Battlestar Galactica. On my own channel, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, booked with Brightest Day, where I read classic sci-fi novels to you. Tuesday, and starting here in about a half an hour, is my Plastic Crack Party model building stream. Thursday is my gaming stream, and I do a bevy of content throughout the week.
Oh, real quick, since he's done, I didn't think it was going to happen. That's a lot of stuff. I put in there earlier. There's a link in the back as well about a book called Cynical Theories. It's a great breakdown of critical theory, both like the CRT or critical, like all of them. There, you have like the anti-colonialism. Yeah, all of those. It's
all
a
of
great
that mumbling
breakdown.
and stuttering really makes me want to read that.
It's a long read. There's a lot in there, but it's definitely worth checking out if you're interested in.
I don't want to read War and Peace.
Okay, good. I'm not offering that. I'm offering a book called Cynical Theories.
I know. I'm
really good.
All right, let's go over to.
I can't drop it in the stream chat.
I just did. Jesus Christ. Past tense, Matt.
Let's go over
tense.
to Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective.
Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, where you can find me on my channel talking about old toys, retro toys being done right, and old movies. Every Monday at 6 p.m., as Walton said, I got going old school retro discussions where we get that panel together and we talk about the things from the past that we love so much, because if you can't remember that and know why you're fighting for the stuff today that you do hate what they're doing to it, how are you going to be able to fight other things if you can't even fight something as simple as your childhood memories? And of course, 7:45, because the time has changed for Collectible Past on Thursdays with Vinny Tartamelli. Thank you so much, everybody has come by in the chat. You guys are amazing. Every time you guys come by, you make these shows so much fun. Your comments are being read. Believe me, I know not everybody's always showing them on screen, but we are paying attention. Usually I'm notifying people if they might miss something. But remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. Don't let them win. Thanks, Drew.
We'll see. It's a happy ending. It's a happy ending, Janet.
Yeah, I thought you always had a good happy ending.
Happy ending.
Oh God! I'm gonna keep getting memed. Oh my God!
Speaking of memes. Yeah, speaking of memes, did you get the Donnie Madberg photo?
Oh, please. What? Where?
I sent it to both you and Steven. So
yeah.
I figured one of you could share it. Do Donnie over here.
The Time Prophet says, I don't need a book. I got Jim Ben Shapiro. Oh, geez. That's funny.
Whatever you want to do behind closed doors, man.
Hail to Maria with Giantelli, a great channel. I also found out something cool about Maria, that she's actually related to Yvonne DiCarlo.
Yeah.
So that was really cool finding that out.
Oh, that is cool. And we all know who Yvonne DiCarlo.
Oh my God, you're so not a nerd.
Oh yeah, man, you have like.
Is that one of your comic people?
No. Oh, actress.
Is it?
Dude.
Is it like a what's that show y'all watch? Battleship Galactica. What is this? What's happening?
This is you, man. This is you. This is you. That really is.
He was my favorite.
Why does he have a giant black X on his shoulder?
I don't know, because you probably
Did he get the
would.
vax?
You
He pulled the rotator cuff, tapping himself on the back, so he just taped it. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, I wouldn't recommend it. This constant beeping coming from my left
that's
shoulder.
Yvonne DiCarlo, thank you.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she was in Battleship Galactica?
Oh
No, she's Lily Munster.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, dude.
that makes more sense.
You have no culture.
Nope.
Seriously.
No, he took the night off.
I think you done. Oh
Yeah,
my
Marie,
God.
wonderful person. PJ has been letting everybody know
I'm
Drew,
never
I'm getting hungry.
I'm never gonna live this stream down. I keep getting
Drew's
absolutely like roasted out of every corner. All right.
What's happening out of every orifices?
Oh my God. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Again, we want to thank our wonderful guests, and that is the awesome and really based Summer Elliott. And Summer, again, thank you, my friend. Look forward to seeing you around spaces. Hope you'll stop on by again. For sure.
And remember, always be hanging tough.
Always.
Oh God! Until next time, folks. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We love you. Peace.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys are a blast.
They think it's right to murder. They want to murder. Look at all the people, and they get a kick out of it. The sexual kick out of it. The whole thing. I think it's sick.